guys? Welcome to the Two Banks of Five podcast here for a quick Champions League preview for tomorrow. We'll come to Liverpool in a second. Borussia Dortmund play Slavia Prague tomorrow into Barcelona. They're both on 7 points, Dortmund and Inter Milan. If Barcelona... Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired all the time at the moment. Basically, Dortmund have to win and hope that Inter Milan don't get the win to go through. I think Barcelona are going to field a weakened squad. I honestly don't know what to pick. I'm going to go with Inter Milan to go through in this one. I think Barca picking a weaker squad will ultimately help Inter Milan get through, get the win, and qualify for the round of 16. Now, the big one tomorrow. Liverpool play Red Bull Salzburg in probably the biggest game... No, I'm not going to say probably. The biggest game left in the Champions League group stage. It's pretty much a decider for who goes through. Liverpool win, they're through. Salzburg win, they're through. And that'll obviously depends on Napoli beating Genk. Look, I'm going to put it out there. There is no fucking way in the world Genk are going to beat Napoli. So Napoli will qualify for the round of 16, and then it is up to Liverpool and Salzburg to fight for the last spot. Liverpool played Salzburg earlier in the piece and won 4-3. It was a very good game, and I don't think it was a good reflection of the quality of the team, Liverpool especially. They dominated that first 30 minutes with 3-0 up. They thought they were home and hosed, and they took their foot off the gas, and before you knew it, Red Bull had 3 in the back of the net. Away from home, Salzburg will be pushed by their home fans. I think this time, though, Liverpool are well aware not to be complacent against Salzburg. The one thing I have for Liverpool in this game over Salzburg is... I think Liverpool are used to big situations, big games, knockouts. They've done it against Napoli last season, and I think they'll be buoyed by that, ready to play, ready to go. They'll know they obviously know they need a result. The one thing going for Salzburg is they have nothing to lose. They've shown they can compete with the bigger teams, and regardless of the result, I think they can hold their heads up high. So they've performed. And even if they're in the Europa League, you know, they can still have a fair old crack at that. Liverpool-wise, if Liverpool were to lose tomorrow and fall into the Europa League, I think it would be a massive disaster. I thought about it the other day and I thought, if we got knocked out of the Champions League, would it benefit us in terms of the Premier League? Honestly, no. I think it'd be a disaster, especially since Europa League football, playing a lot of weird... clubs around Europe, and I don't think Klopp would go full strength in it, but I just feel like it would be a distraction. And the Champions League, yes, you could say is also a distraction, but it gives you a lot of competitive games to play for, keeps you on your toes, keeps you playing, and to be honest, I think we have a crack at going back-to-back. A lot of the big teams are struggling this year. Barca, Real don't look as good as they usually are. Manchester City look in real trouble at the moment. Juventus don't look very fluid. Ronaldo looks like he's over his peak now. And I can't really think of any other teams who are really challenging. Bayern Munich, yes, they look good. Lewandowski's on fire, but I don't know. I don't think they will be... I think maybe they'll get to the Final Four, but past that, I don't think they're really a competitor. And then you could say PSG with Mauro Icardi this season, maybe their last crack. The one thing I find is that some teams don't win it in their peak. Chelsea went for it for so many years with the John Terrys and the Lampards and so on. And it was actually when those guys were at the end of their career that they won it. So maybe it is PSG's year. The one thing going against PSG, though, is, you know, they don't play competitive football week in, week out, and that really is a detriment to them. Anyway, back to the game. I think Liverpool are going to field their strongest squad, besides obviously Fabinho, who's out, and Matip, who's out. And they're hopefully going to get the win. I don't expect to see much playing around with the squad. Either Oxlade or Keita will play, and depending on which one of them plays, I think then we'll see either Henderson or Wijnaldum in the 6. I expect the front 3. If we get some early goals and put it to bed, then yeah, I think we'll see a bit of rotation for the Watford game. But besides that, I'm expecting a Liverpool win. I will still be nervous, but at the end of the day, quality usually speaks. If we lose and are knocked out, I think it would be a disaster. At the same time, it would give a lot of young players the chance to play. So would I, if the Premier League was confirmed right now, would I take playing Europa League football for the rest of the season? Probably, yeah. But at the same time, I think if we keep going this way in the Premier League and keep getting this gap, then by April we could be able to rest a bit in the Premier League. Now, I know that sounds crazy. I'm not counting my chickens before they roost. I just definitely think that Liverpool can compete in both this season, and they showed last season they can compete in both. Unfortunately, City were just 1 point better off than them in the Premier League. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll come back and react tomorrow to the Liverpool game. Hopefully I won't be as tired. I'm so tired at the moment. I have 8 hours sleep and I'm just struggling to stay awake. Yeah, need a nap. Anyway, guys, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with hopefully a Liverpool win and an Inter Milan win. Cheers.